Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into Ramadan by asking a question that I think a lot of us feel, even if we don't always say it out loud. You know the feeling, right? It's a common frustration. We go through all the rituals, the fasting, the prayers, the charity, and we're really hoping for this deep spiritual transformation. But then, as soon as the month is over, those old habits just creep back in. And that lasting change we were hoping for, it feels like it's just slipped through our fingers. So, what's going on here? Why does this keep happening?
Well, the answer, it turns out, is all about shifting our approach. In this explainer, we're going to walk through a 6-part framework to move away from those generic checklists and toward building a personal blueprint that's designed for real, lasting growth.
So first, let's really get to the bottom of the problem. We need to diagnose the core issue, this Ramadan paradox, where so many of us are following a plan, but we're completely missing the point of the month. And this slide really nails the contrast. On the left, you've got the generic checklist. It's all about quantity. How many times did you finish the Quran? How many extra prayers did you do? It treats Ramadan like a 30-day sprint. But on the right, that's the personalized blueprint. It's strategic. It's not about doing more for the sake of it. It's about doing what matters for you. It targets your specific, unique challenges to create change that actually sticks around. So moving from that checklist to the blueprint, well, it all comes down to a fundamental shift in our mindset. It's about moving from being a passive participant to an active investor in your own spiritual journey. And the core principle behind this is a really powerful Arabic concept, Bethel. It means exerting real personal effort. I mean, think about it. You would never show up to a life-changing job interview without preparing, right? So why would we approach the most important month of the year with less effort? Bethel is about deciding to do that deep, personal work of self-reflection and planning. Okay, so before we can even start building that personal blueprint, we have to prepare the foundation. You can't build a strong house on shaky ground, right? And this starts with a 2-part cleanse of both the heart and the mind. This preparation is so crucial, and it has 2 parts. First, there's a spiritual cleanse to purify our intentions and get our heart in the right place. And second, there's a mental cleanse to clear away all the noise and distraction of modern life so we can actually focus. The spiritual cleanse starts with tauba, or sincere repentance. You see, the heart is considered the source of our spiritual will, but it can get heavy, weighed down by our mistakes. Tauba is how we lighten that load. And it's more than just saying, I'm sorry. It involves 3 things: genuinely feeling regret for the past, actively asking for forgiveness, and making a firm, solid commitment to change your ways. Next up is the mental cleanse, which, let's be honest, we all need. You can think of it as a dopamine fast. Our brains are just constantly bombarded with stimulation from social media, notifications, and nonstop entertainment. It makes it almost impossible to find that deep focus you need for meaningful prayer or reflection. A dopamine fast is a way to hit the reset button on your brain's reward system. So, what does this actually look like? Well, here's a challenge for you. For just 48 hours before Ramadan begins, try a hard reset. Cut out these sources of easy, high stimulation. That means no endless scrolling, no binge watching, no sugary snacks. The whole point is to lower all that background noise so you can finally tune in to a deeper, more meaningful frequency. It's going to be tough at first, for sure, but it really does recalibrate your ability to focus. Okay, so with our hearts and minds prepped and ready, it's time to build. Let's get into the exciting part, crafting the blueprints that is going to be uniquely yours. Building your blueprint is a really strategic 4-step process. First, you diagnose. And you have to be brutally honest with yourself. Write down every single challenge you're facing, spiritual, personal, in your relationships, whatever. Then, you prioritize. Look, you can't fix everything at once. So pick the 1 or 2 issues that are the biggest roadblocks in your life. The ones that, if you could just solve them, would unlock everything else. From there, you research solutions and design a plan of attack. And this is where the blueprint really comes to life. It's where every act of worship, every prayer, every verse you read becomes a targeted tool for your personal mission. Here's how it works in the real world. Instead of just vaguely praying more, you pray with a specific purpose. So if your biggest challenge is distraction and impatience, your mission is to pray slower, to really lengthen those prostrations and fight that urge to rush. If you struggle with anger, you focus your supplications specifically on asking for patience. See? Your worship becomes your medicine, prescribed just for your specific ailment. And finally, for any of this to stick, we need one last really powerful shift in perspective. We have to completely reframe what we think Ramadan is for. This might be the most important mindset shift of all. Ramadan isn't the finish line, it's a gas station. Think about it. You don't live at the gas station. You just pull in to refuel, check the tires, and get ready for the long road ahead. This month is your strategic pit stop to build the momentum and the spiritual strength you're going to need for the next 11 months. So at the end of the day, the goal isn't a perfect Ramadan where you check off every single box. It's about having a purposeful one. The key takeaway here is the incredible power of focus. By diagnosing your biggest challenge and turning it into your personal mission for the month, you're not just hoping for change, you are actively engineering it. You're using this blessed month as a launch pad to become the person you want to be all year long.